My name is Jackson, aka the Big Unit. Some of you know me as the guitar repair guy. Some of you know me as the lead singer, guitarist, and songwriter for the heavy metal band Shatterbone. Some of you know me as an electrical educator. Some of you know me as the guy with the crazy guitar collection. Some of you know me as a die-hard Raiders fan. For years I have worked on, collected, played, and spent all my free time around guitars. But now I am going to do something I have never attempted before. I'm going to build a guitar. Alright, well, hello. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jackson, also known as the Big Unit, and I'm about to attempt something I've never done before. I'm going to try and build a guitar. Alright, so starting out here, I have Crimson Guitars kit. Very nice kit. It's ash body, pretty stout ash body. I had them route the neck pocket already, and then a neck. It is slotted already. The truss rod is already glued in. The fret markers are already in it, and the side dots are already on it, but the neck has not been shaped. It hasn't been fretted. They did send the frets though, so I've got that. And everything else, I guess, is up to me. So we're going to see how this goes. Hopefully I can do this more frequently, time permitting and all that kind of stuff. For my first guitar, I had a lot of people tell me that I should go for a Telecaster. Being the flat top guitar, it doesn't require the 10-degree angle on the neck pocket or, you know, any of the carving of the top or anything like that to begin. It's a little more straightforward than some of the other models. But anybody who knows me knows that I'm not a Telecaster fan. So I'm going to use a Telecaster template to start, and I'm going to go from there. I don't intend to use single coils. I've got a humbucker template that I got my hands on that I'm going to utilize because I'm just not a single coil guy. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to start the shape something Telecaster-ish, and I'm going to go from there. Because, quite honestly, I don't know. The Telecaster shape has just never done it for me. I'm a Les Paul guy, but of course Les Paul creates all the issues I just said I wanted to try and avoid with my first build. So I guess first things first, we're going to want to make sure that we have a center line figured out here. So through my wad of rulers here, my protractor, my Crimson protractor. Okay. You're going to hear me reference Crimson a lot. Ben Crow is a big reason why I'm even doing this, to be honest. I've been a fan of his for quite a long time. I've watched him build a lot of different things, and I finally got inspired enough to go ahead and tackle it. So you don't have to follow me with the camera. Alright, so I guess first things first, I want to find my center line here, and since they already routed a neck pocket for me, I'm guessing it'd probably be a good idea to pick the center of the neck pocket as my center line, because that's definitely going to be the center of the neck, and I want the body to be centered with the neck. So it just makes sense to me to go for center on the neck pocket being center of the guitar. And it looks like that's about right. There. Okay. And then I think I have entirely too many things stacked on this one hook. I'm gonna have to adjust that going forward. My scale length, I got my nut rule, I've got my rocker. I think I'll put my fret rocker over there. Okay. And then for down here, I think I'm just gonna go center of the billet. So let's just go from here to there. We're looking at 6.5. And here. Oh, I didn't have it in the right spot. See, here we go. Beginner mistakes already. This ruler does not measure to the edge. It starts about 1/4 of an inch in, so 6 3/4. All right. And okay, so I got my center line. And yeah, no center line on the template either. Okay, well, let's just do that a minute too then, I guess. This is definitely not the fanciest template I've ever seen in my life. It was kind of cheap. Right, the old Midwest saying, if it's for free, it's for me, right? That's kind of, it wasn't free, but it definitely was not $80-some template either. So hopefully it's accurate enough that it's not going to completely derail my build. And I think I'm going to line this up across here with the holes where the strings come through, and hopefully that gives me a fairly straight mark all the way across for getting a good measurement. And then it's 12 3/4, so that'd be 6 3/8. And that looks about dead center on the holes for the strings, so that's about as accurate as I think it's going to get. Alright. Oh, and I should keep this line going all the way through the billet for now, because until I cut that top half off, that'll kind of help line stuff up. So. There. Okay. You found a secret. Okay, anyway, so now I'm just lining the center line of my template to the center line on my body blank here. And round and round she goes. All right. Now, like I said, are you zoomed in on this now? Okay. Well, like I said, I really don't care for the Telecaster shape. I don't know why. It's not that far off from the Les Paul shape, and yet the Les Paul shape is gorgeous to me, and the Telecaster shape is just not. So I'm gonna play with this a little bit and see what I can come up with that gives me a little bit more of a tingle in my belly when I look at the guitar, because this just doesn't. So I'm going to be naughty. I'm going to use a fret rubber for an eraser, I think. It is rubber. I do need to get some crimson fret rubbers eventually. These are smaller than your average school eraser. But anyway.
Do you need an eraser?
No. That's kind of cool. Go with the sort of the Iceman cutaway here. Kind of like that. Okay? And then at this side, I think that one looks a little bit, I think it flows a little better with that horn, that lower mount. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Alright, and while we're at the design stage, I should do a little something with this headstock too.
Okay.
Alright, so through the miracle of television and all that, I was able to have my lovely assistant here run upstairs and check and see if she had some tissue paper that I could see through so I could trace this a minute, because I've got a bit of an idea and I want to see how bad it looks. So anyway. Alright, so if I, oh yeah, that's too big. But I could possibly do it anyway, just downsize it a little bit. Okay. So, something like that. And if I have that with this guitar, it's kinda got the same sort of hook to it there. Headstock versus body. I think maybe I need to bring that hook in just a little bit more. So a little more like that. And then with this body, got the somewhat similar looking hook going on there. All right. Well, that for future use. I got all kinds of fun ideas in my head here for future use. Pretty chunks of wood that I've got my hands on over the years that I really want to do stuff with. Alright, there's some crazy looking stuff there. But anyway. This one I'm going to try and keep it fairly basic, because learn how to doggy paddle before you learn how to swim in the Olympics, right? So anyway, at this point, I think I'm ready to take this to the bandsaw. Clear away some of the extra here and proceed further. So let's go for that next.